They don't want Yellow Sobrero to be in attending that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, or probably lifting up the spirit of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is what they don't want. Probably that is why they are arresting him, to keep him off from this particular trial and others. Remember, many people are asking, was Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer sacked and all that? It is a strategy. I know I did not touch more on that, because I'm going to do a very big video on that for you to know why these people withdrew from this particular case. Many people are saying that they can't angrily sack them, but that is not the case. There is something that is going on underground that a lot of people are not knowing, but we're going to talk about it, why these particular people withdrew, and Nnamdi Kanu decided to represent himself in this particular stage of the case. So tomorrow, being the 24th day of October, Nnamdi Kanu will open up his defense. So we're going to see the first witness he's going to call to come and stand in for him. Remember, he's going to first of all probably call the voluntary witnesses, then subpoena this compellable witness. Subpoena means he's going to ask the court to grant him to grant an injunction or whatever, to order this particular compellable witnesses like Malami Wiki to come and appear before the law court, which is possible. It is constitutional, and if you are compelled by a court to actually appear before the courtroom, you must actually do that, or else you've actually breached the law. Especially if you've been subpoenaed. That is why he called those particular set of witnesses compellable witnesses. So, like I said, it's gonna go down as an interesting thing. I love Nnamdi Kanu's bravery, and not just his bravery. He's very intelligent. It's not like there are some clients that do not even understand the nitty-gritty and what is actually going on in their case. But Nnamdi Kanu has an overall knowledge of whatever that's actually happening in his case. That is why he said, in fact, he has a full, sound knowledge of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He has read it in and out, so he knows his right, and he knows that the Nigerian judiciary is actually breaking a lot of laws. So that is why he said, I will go ahead to defend myself in this particular case. So we'll see how he's going to fare. A lot of people are shocked that Nnamdi Kanu, many people are saying, can he do this? Can he do that? I told them, relax. He knows what he's doing. He absolutely knows what he's doing. He's not this thing. Many people are saying, is it right? Can an accused defend himself? Yes, it is right. It is legal. It is constitutional for an accused person to, be his own lawyer, provided he believes in himself. Provided he believes in himself and knows that he can actually, defend himself. So it is allowed and permitted by the Constitution. So, but I love how he's confronting this particular James Omotosho, because, like I said, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team before, the old age and their decorum, or the way they've been handling the case, yes, they are intelligent, but probably they might have been giving these people a very calm attitude, and that is why Justice James Omotosho is actually acting the way he's acting.
High Court, Abuja. I bịara maka ikpe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ihe hụrụ m n'ụlọ ikpe taa na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu gbara ndị na-ekpere ya ikpe alụkwaghị m, wee sị na ya ga-eji aka ya wee na defend onwe ya. Ọ gụsịrị ọtụtụ ihe nke ọ yọrọ ka ndị ụlọ ikpe mere ya, nke onye judge jụrụ na ya agaghị eme. O rezokwara ọtụtụ ihe ebe ọ sị na mgbe ọ na-achallenge ha na ha ekwesịghị ka na-ekpe ikpe na ebe ọ bụ na appeal court atụghapụghị ya, na kọtụ nke a ekwesịghị ịka na-ekpe ya ikpe ebe ọ bụ na kọtụ agbahapụghị ya. Mana onye jọji sịkwa ya na ya agaghị anabata nke a. O kwukwere sị na ya ga-enidi ihe dịka ọnwa ịtọ ka ya were defend onwe ya. Onye jọji sịkwa na ya agaghị anabata nke a, na enyere ya mkpụrụ ụbọchị 6 ka o were defend onwe ya. Ọ yọkwara ka enye ya echi ka ya were kwado onwe ya ọfụma, na ohere enyere ya ụnyaahụ iji kwado onwe ya ezughị, nke jọji nabatara. Ịsụ m kwuo na ihe niile a, ana m eche na Igbo niile ebe ọbụla unu nọ, ihe anya m hụrụ taa kwesịrị ilite na ihe anyị enwetị n'uche nke m, anyị enwetịghị judiciary, because emere ka anyị mata that the court is the last hope of the common man. Mana ihe anyị na-ahụ ugbu a na-adị ka ọ bụzighị ihe ọ bụ ka ọ bụ. Mgbe na-akpọ Igbo bụ Igbo, ebe ọbụla ị nọ, ịbụrụ nwa afọ Igbo, ebe ọbụla ị nọ, ị kwesịrị ilite n'ụzọ ọbụla wee tinye ọnụ n'okwu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ bụrụ na n'obodo a mmadụ dịka Sedikụbọ wepụtara egbe na TV kwuo na ya ga-eji agbuchie ndị Igbo, ma pụtakwa kwuo na federal gọọmenti kọntraktịrị ya, ha wee kpamkpamkpa ha kpara n'ala Igbo agba ha nkịtị. Ebupụta ndị bandits na-negotiate with them. Then when that kpọpụtara agbaghasịrị enwere ndị mere ihe kara aka ndị gburu mmadụ ma ndị na-atọ mmadụ ma ndị na-eme ihe ka federal gọọmenti gbaghara ọ nwere okwu ọ na-agwa ndị Igbo n'uche nke m ọ bụrụ na ya ma ha nwere okwu ọ na-agwa ndị Igbo na anyị awụhụ anyị esoghị n'ihe a na-eme and enwekwa okwu ọ na-agwa anyị na as president onye idere anya nwa anyị ga by the law kama na by decree. So ihe m na-achọ ka ndị Igbo mata na-awụ na a na-achọ anyị by decree and that decree wụ for sọsọ ndị Igbo. Ihe a na-eme Maazị Nnamdi Kanu tata anyị ncha gbachisi ya nkịtị onye nọ ka ọ nọ ọ na-ekwu ihe masị ya. Ihe m na-eme ka Igbo mata ụgba na a na-alụ nnukwu agha n'ala Igbo and agha ha na-alụwo eji ego na-azụbi ndị be anyị wee na-ebu agha na-ebugide ndị be anyị. Ị gaa na soshal midia ị ga-ahụ ọtụtụ ụmụ okorobịa ndị na-ekwu sogbuo Nnamdi Kanu wee Nnamdi Kanu nọ Nnamdi Kanu na IPOB na-egbusi mmadụ. Ana m ajụ kedu ka Naijiria niile siri nụ onye pụtara na TV kọwaa onye nyere ya ọrụ igbusi ndị mmadụ agbachi nkịtị na-akpọ ndị a na-ahụbeghị mbụ ebe ha gburu mmadụ. So Igbo bụ Igbo, ana m eche na oge eruola mgbe onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo ga-elite wee leba okwu anya. Ihe m na-agwa ya ewu ọkụkọ ya lee nga na-abụ ọkwa nwanne.
Between Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and Justice James Omotosho, after Nnamdi Kanu relieved his lawyers, his lead lawyer being Kanu Agabi from representing him, his lead lawyer being Kanu Agabi and his, Ibaz and all that withdrew from representing Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, which was solely the decision of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu because he wanted to defend himself in court. So after they withdrew, Justice James Omotosho now told Nnamdi Kanu to start his defense and start defending himself. And Nnamdi Kanu, confronted him. I'm going to show you what happened. And, I love his spirit. I love Maazị Nnamdi Kanu's spirit. Look at what he told this particular judge, Justice James Omotosho, because everybody has seen that this particular judge is now biased when it comes to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu's case. So there's no longer need for trying to play to the gallery or probably, play easy with him. So Nnamdi Kanu went hard on him. Now look at what Nnamdi Kanu said when he immediately started his defense. Even his lawyers had to beg him to stop and all that. But let us see what Nnamdi Kanu did. Nnamdi Kanu said something, as you can see on the screen, that Kanu commenced arguing about the jurisdiction of the court to further conduct his trial, but he was subsequently overruled by the judge, who insisted that he must proceed with his defense. Nnamdi Kanu said something, that this particular court has no jurisdiction to actually handle my matter. Now, the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is saying that is because, one, remember that the Federal High Court Act states that any act of extraordinary rendition is tantamount to an act of terrorism. Meaning, if you illegally rendition somebody back to Nigeria, you've committed an act of terrorism. And like I've said, Nnamdi Kanu is a kidnapped victim. That is why he's telling James Omotosho that I'm a kidnapped victim. You lack the jurisdiction to try a kidnapped victim. There's nowhere, on earth or in the country whereby a kidnapped victim is being tried. He is a kidnapped victim, which the Supreme Court has ruled. The Kenyan court recently, where Professor Lumumba got victory for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ruled that his extraordinary rendition is tantamount, is illegal. That the Nigerian government, in collaboration with the Kenyan government, broke international laws. And the Kenyan court, had to penalize the Kenyan government and told them to pay about 120 million naira to Nnamdi Kanu. So Nnamdi Kanu is standing on this particular premise that this is nonsense, that there is no possible way you can continue with this particular case. James Omotosho was equally irritated and angry because Nnamdi Kanu is now confronting him. Something maybe his lawyers might not have the tone. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers are a bit older and all that. But Nnamdi Kanu confronted him. James Omotosho became agitated and said it is overruled that probably they've passed that particular time and all that. And he knows the truth. He knows that even he himself, being James Omotosho, do not have the local standing to try Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. They cannot try a kidnapped victim. He knows this himself. Remember in 2022, that was why Justice Hanatu, the female judge that actually said Nnamdi Kanu should be released unconditionally because I don't have the local standing to continue this particular case. And that was the exact reason Justice Hanatu of Plateau State freed Nnamdi Kanu and told the federal government to release him unconditionally because she has seen the matter or the points surrounding the case. She said, no, I am not going to bastardize our judiciary all because the federal government do not like Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. That you people illegally rendition this particular man. And the constitution says that illegal rendition is an act of terrorism. I can no longer continue trying a kidnapped victim. That the first and the most important thing for them to do is to return Maazị Nnamdi Kanu back to where they actually kidnapped and abducted him from. When Nnamdi Kanu was actually arguing with James Omotosho, because it became a heated up argument, because Nnamdi Kanu said, you don't have the local standing, even you being James Omotosho. So his lawyer, being Sani Bazu, now intervened during this particular altercation between Nnamdi Kanu, or confrontation between Nnamdi Kanu and Justice James Omotosho. They say at that point that Ibazu intervened and drew the court's attention to the fact that that their being Kanu's lawyers' withdrawal took effect on the morning of Thursday, being today, he prayed that the court to grant Nnamdi Kanu some time to gather his thoughts and compose himself for the task ahead. When Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, being Sani Bazu, saw the argument between Nnamdi Kanu and this, they now intervened and begged or told Justice James Omotosho that he knew that they just withdrew this morning, that the court should please give Nnamdi Kanu more time to prepare. And all that, they tried to intervene and probably stop the argument that was actually, going on between Nnamdi Kanu and Justice James Omotosho. So subsequently, the prosecution team, being the federal government lawyers, did not object to that. So they now, adjourned that particular case till tomorrow, being Friday, the 4th day of October 2025. So, but you could see where Nnamdi Kanu is headed. Nnamdi Kanu is saying that these people, you people don't have. In fact, there is no point, because one, the more you pamper them, the more you flow along with them. When they tell you to open your defense, when they tell you to do this, the more they believe that they can do anything. But when you insist on your rights, let them bring a constitution, or where it is stipulated that Nnamdi Kanu can continue the trial. Let them bring a constitution, or probably where it is stipulated that they have the local standing to continue this particular trial. That they have the local standing to continue this particular trial. They don't. So the case was subsequently, adjourned to tomorrow. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu said, okay, that he's equally going to open his defense tomorrow. That he's not scared of anybody. That he's going to open his defense. And remember, if you guys forgot, yesterday he listed 23 witnesses that is going to stand in for him, and he categorized them into two. Number one, the first section of witnesses is the one he tagged as voluntary witnesses, those that are going to come voluntarily to testify for him. Now, the second part of witnesses among the 23 he listed, he called them compellable witnesses, and he listed Umahi, Abubakar Malami, Nyesom Wike, Okezie Bazo, a whole lot of them, Tuko Brutai, and a whole lot of them, which I'm going to do a video about, and telling them that these people must come to court and testify. Remember, a lot of people were shocked yesterday that why isn't Nnamdi Kanu calling his enemies to come and testify against him? But I'm going to explain to you people in proper context why each and every one of those compellable witnesses were called for by Nnamdi Kanu. Let them come to the court and speak, especially Abubakar Malami, and speak how he participated in his illegal renditioning. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu now will use Malami to prove that the court do not have jurisdiction over his case, because Abubakar Malami will come and testify how he participated in illegal and extraordinary renditioning. Nnamdi Kanu will present the court judgment from Kenya. He present the court judgment from the Nigerian Supreme Court that stipulated that his extraordinary rendition is illegal and tantamount to illegal acts. So at that particular point in time, Justice James Omotosho will now realize, not like he doesn't know, but Nnamdi Kanu now will not make it publicly known that he is a kidnapped victim, because Abubakar Malami will come there and testify that he was part and parcel of those that kidnapped him from Kenya. So you could see where Nnamdi Kanu is going with some of these particular witnesses he called. I'm going to dissect and break down all these things in the next video, so you understand. The only thing I'm asking for you guys to do here is to subscribe. We have a lot of things in stock for you guys. Honestly speaking, we have a lot of information, things that you people would actually understand about this Nnamdi Kanu's case. So do well to subscribe and tap on the like button. It will cost you nothing to like this particular video, and drop your comments respectfully in the comment section about what just happened. We are going to continue. Remember, please, after typing and clicking the notification button, please listen. Remember, Yellow Sowore was actually arrested today in court, which I did a video. In case you've not watched, you can go back and actually see that particular video. He was actually arrested today. He's a man that walks his talk. He went to the court today to see Nnamdi Kanu. Where he met Nnamdi Kanu, he embraced him, and he kept on motivating Nnamdi Kanu that he will soon be released, that freedom is near. Nnamdi Kanu responded by saying it is done. He is a man. So after he had this kind of gesture and exchange pleasantries with Nnamdi Kanu, Bola Tinubu ordered the commissioner of the IGP of police to immediately order the police officers around that particular venue to arrest Yellow Sowore. So as we are talking to you, and as you can see, Yellow Sowore has been arrested by the Nigerian police force. So he's actually in their custody as we are speaking.